Okay.
Hold up.
So watch where I'm going.
Help.
See, I advance from the red buff over to the blue buff with ZB to assist him while in taking his blue buff.
You should be in mid, Chuck. Oh my god, you stole that.
Okay. So now I would remain with ZB until I reach a level of 3.
You still have not said hi to the viewers that you don't know are viewing.
Oh, hello viewers, wherever you are.
So, because I'm about to do the intro. Okay, so I'm crossing over from red buff to the blue buff. If you haven't noticed by now, Kelt is trying to teach me how to jungle, which I absolutely tanked at in a match. So, yeah, this is happening.
And also, an alternate thing is, if you get a kill before you reach 3 to 5, then once you get the kill, you can just go.
Also, we also have our recurring guest, ZB. Probably safe to call him a co-host by now.
And I'm Kelt, the random guy who nobody knows.
Kelt is an officer in my clan, and one of my good friends.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I never got
Now, once you... Now, wait. Oh yeah, of course, the mid isn't actually like... Oh yeah, you never went for the buff, did you? So, once you go from here to here, I would usually advance from here to and here if,
And by the way, yes, this is a practice match. This is merely a practice match so that Kelt may demonstrate the jungle.
Now, this is just my way of jungling. There are tons of different ways to jungle. This is just my favorite way. And once you... Oh god, solo lane's in a lot of trouble. So's mid.
Trouble? I don't know the word.
Oh yeah, ZB is good at this game, I forgot about that.
Trouble? I don't know the word.
I tried to steal
Ow.
Now, if your friends get into recurring trouble, you need to go and, well, obviously assist them. Which would be known as ganking, as you know, Shaw.
Kelt, I understand that on her just ran directly past me. What is wrong with the AI?
Now, after you get a gank, if your allies... Hello, Cully. How you doing? Anyway.
And by the way,
gank, if your ally had died during the gank, then you would usually try to take over in that area until he respawns, which would be called lane coverage.
I've never heard that word.
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard lane coverage. I've never heard of lane coverage.
Okay, well, anyway, you will cover for them in the lane until they revive, which is also a great opportunity to get farm.
Why don't you come back here? I want to kill you.
Come on, escape! Oh! Come on, I can do this.
Sorry about that, outside sources. Anyway,
It's no problem.
after they you'll be able to get a lot of farm, but remember to defend your own farm, because there are a few times where enemy junglers will go and attack your own jungle, trying to help their own farm. And if you are ahead, once you reach about level 12 and one of your allies is falling behind, also good job, Shock, you died to an AI.
I wasn't the first. Oh, I was the first.
You were first.
That was your first.
I wanna be running.
I'm not bringing him to death range. There we go.
Guan Yu keeps dying before I can... moving away before I can kill him.
Keeps dying before I can kill him. Also, if you see... personally, if you're playing as a Thanatos, you're able to see when an enemy is super low, which you'll be able to hear a heartbeat and you'll be able to see them on the map. And if also you can see them on your screen. If they're not in your field of view,
But that's not relevant.
you'll see like...
Shock.
Well, I mean, it depends if Shock wants to learn to play Thanatos.
No, don't do it.
I got this, Kelt. I got this.
Well, too bad. Also, with being a jungler, you can get greedy But
If Shock learns Thanatos, it's the
if the person
equivalent
is
of
falling
if you learn
behind, don't
Isis.
steal. If the person is falling behind when you're trying to jungle, don't steal the kill from them. Merciful. Why'd you burn that on him? There was no point. He was already so weak.
Because I knew that you were gonna kill him and I wanted it.
That wouldn't have been fast enough to stop me.
Not true. It does damage per second.
Oh, you're gonna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna die because of that now. Yeah, I died.
Ouch.
Anyway,
Thanatos is a very special jungler that actually gains HP from getting the kills.
yes, indeed.
Makes him hacksy.
Also, there would usually be an item for that for junglers, which would be called Boomba's Mask.
Which I always
Let's
use.
just say he basically has a natural Boomba's Mask. If I remember, the HP he gets from a kill is, I think, a little stronger, but I might be wrong.
It is stronger.
Does Boomba's give
Just
5% or
press
10? Oh yeah.
Boomba's gives
I can
10.
do that. I'm stupid.
Boomba's gives 10.
Then they're the same.
Oh, really?
Yeah. For minions, that is. If you kill a goddess, then just get 20% of their max HP.
Actually, Boomba's Mask doesn't apply to minions, making Thanatos' ability better.
It does. Yeah.
Boomba's Mask only works
Boomba's
on
Mask
farming minions.
only applies
such
to the
as
jungle.
Furies or the Cyclops. I've never tested on the Fire Giant. I've never been able to get a last hit on it as a Thanatos.
No.
It doesn't affect the fire type.
Well,
Just like
we don't
all
actually
the
know that
other
for sure.
things.
You would heal all your HP back, but hey, that'd be funny.
Fuck, what are you doing here?
Gank.
Why are you trying to
What do you
kill
think?
my
I'm ganking.
You know what? I want to do this just for fun.
You're not a jungler.
I was in this lane before you.
Well, yes, but you have to constantly gank as a jungler.
And a middle lane. Middle lane,
Middle lane is probably one of the most important lanes to gank as a jungler, with also the help. You also need to help solo lane a lot, but I don't see solo lane in a lot of trouble.
Hey, I was
Why, thank you, Kel.
never in trouble.
I said you were not in trouble.
Yeah. That's okay.
Oh, I missed. There we go. Also, I'm just gonna go over Thanatos' abilities because it could be very helpful if he chooses his god, which I highly recommend. Got Mastery 10 on him.
Yes, go ahead.
His first ability is called Death Sight, a powerful projectile that does a lot of damage, as you could just see from right there. It can do about 380 damage when you're maxed out on it. Plus, I forget what the percentage of your physical power is. I want to say 35, but it's a good percentage. It's powerful.
And this will also help anyone else out there who's trying to learn how to jungle. I will actually put a Thanatos icon on this video, just a Thanatos thumbnail on this video, just because, well, that's pretty much the god he's explaining, instead of an icon thumbnail for a Thanatos.
I don't necessarily. Now, from what I've learned, Shock wants to play Arachne. Unfortunately, I don't actually own Arachne because I don't have the Ultimate God Pack. My first jungling gods were Fenrir and Thanatos. So
I've already learned how to play Arachne.
Yeah, Arachne's a very spam.
I just need jungling basics. I already know how to play
Say that
Arachne.
like it's an insult.
Yeah, so anyway, where you'd want to go is
That
like, I'm just gonna repeat this a final time. You want to go from here to here, to here, to here, and then here.
And then
Of course, if there are any
outcomes.
ganking situations,
If
go
there,
ahead and take them.
and if there are any situations in which your buffs run out, you go here, 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 here.
Wait, did you say if the buffs run out?
Yes, if the buffs run out, you go here, 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 here,
No,
here,
quit
and
blinking
here.
so I can blink. You'd go either here, 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 here,
Because
here,
taking their
here,
buffs.
here, or here. But it's dangerous to take their buffs because if they want to
The
go get
enemy
the same
jungler may
buff,
be
get the
there.
same buff at the same time, you could end up getting into a dangerous fight where they could easily get reinforcements and cut you off. So that would be only a last resort if everything else is down and you really need the jungling buffs.
So essentially, junglers are living life in the fast.
Yeah. I don't go there unless I need
Nike's
to.
fasting.
Also, as a jungler, I need to warn you, people love to blame the jungler for their problem. They love to. Adore it.
A lot of times it is the jungler's fault, because jungling's hard.
Jungling is very hard.
Jungling is hard. I learned that the hard
Like
way.
a lot of people say, oh, it was so easy. It's actually a lot more complicated when you're first starting.
Jungling is usually the thing that people like to do the most because it's the most active role. But
I thought people like to do it because all the really cool
but
looking
people
gods
don't realize
go
that
to
it's
jungle.
really, really active. Like, you have to be on it or else
I
your
got him, I
team's
got
gonna
him.
end up losing. Good thing, because I can't get him.
See,
Amount of
that,
ability is the
no,
burn.
I doubt any of you could see that because Shock's like over here. But over here, ZB wasn't able to finish a kill off. So once I saw ZB, I decided to rush in and try to save the day.
Here I
Right now,
come.
and since I'm at a big advantage, I can spare a few buffs or a few camps. So I'm gonna let Shock take a couple spare camps.
Thank you very much, my good man.
Now, usually junglers wouldn't do this unless they're feeling very confident. Now, we're just playing with bots here, just to make it a little easier on good old Shocky here.
Hey, this wasn't for me. This was
I never
for
said you were
jungling.
bad.
Okay.
You were bad.
Okay.
I was just.
This
it's
is
for the
only
sake of
because-
you learning jungling without like.
This is
without,
only
just
because when I jungled in a
one
real match. This is only because when I jungle in real matches, people yell at me.
This would go. Yeah.
Nah,
people-
it's because Shock's really bad at Smite.
Shock's a good ISIS player. He's very good at ISIS, but jungling he still needs work on. Jungling, support, ADC, those are the things he needs.
I do need ADC. I have never played as an ADC. Ever.
Seriously, if this
Neither
out
of
was
you
smart,
can
he would have
be.
just ulted me right there. But again, it's a bot, so. And I'm not very good at commentating in any way, shape, or form.
Nah, you don't have to be.
You're doing a pretty good job.
You're doing pretty good.
Also, with Thanatos, just because I feel like I want to teach my good old Shocky here, Thanatos.
Oh,
Shut and die.
thanks for the barrage of flies. I'm gonna stun you and walk away now. Walk away now. The
I really want to
Masquerade.
steal one of those kills. Come on.
Well, too bad.
Kelthzard. Ooh, Jesus!
By the way, I'm a
that's
level
Jesus.
18.
As you can see, when putting that into a jungler, it can take the team places. As you can see,
Yes, if you have a great jungler, like for example, Mercury is considered one of the best junglers because, as a jungler, you want to be able to move fast and get between lanes to gank, but you also want to have the damage to be able to kill buffs quickly.
and even now,
Mercury is the perfect synchronization between those two.
and even now, you can see, even as Thanatos, Kelt is 4 levels higher than our highest, and well, 10 levels higher than their lowest.
Trying.
GB is not your fault. Kelt's just a damn good jungler.
I wish you had recorded the.
After this
Last
game,
Oh, well, I'm gonna die.
after this game, I'm going to do a double release of Smite Clash of the Gods today. After this game, I'm going to upload an episode of me jungling. After this
Yeah, this
game,
is
as Kel has
Now,
taught
I'm a
me.
terrible teacher, so I'm probably explaining this completely wrong, but I'm just going to go over it this way. You gank a lot, if a person calls for a gank, if you have the time and you have an opportunity, go over there. And if they complain about it when you didn't actually have a chance to, well, too bad
Tell
for
them-
that.
I thought you were
Like I
gonna
said
say
earlier,
tell
people
them you
like to
didn't have a
blame
chance.
junglers. But a lot of the time, junglers don't get the opportunity to do those things, when I know well and good that they would.
You know what I just saw Sobek do?
Come on.
Just ulted me.
Come on, ZB. You saw me. You saw me getting ready to backpedal into that kill.
I like killing things.
Why do you like killing
I'll
my?
kill this kill too.
Why
I'll
do you
kill
like?
that kill
Why do
too.
you like killing my thing?
Because Kelt kills them too fast. Because he's a jungler.
Well, anyway, sorry. More stuff happening.
Kelt is one hell of a jungler.
As a jungler, you're probably going to be I almost said Pokemon. You're probably going to be a character that does a lot of heavy burst damage. Like Thanatos is like, how do I say it?
How do I say?
Of the god of burst.
You're not foreign, you
Like
can't say
he
that.
will just if he can't get off his initial attacks,
Technically,
then he's
he
gonna
is
be in a lot of
foreign.
trouble.
Mexicans aren't foreign.
Like for example, Thanatos, his death save not only with its natural damage does a lot, and with the added physical power, but it does 10% extra, 10% of the max HP of a god as bonus damage. And it also, I forgot to mention, heals you when it hits. It sounds really overpowered. It actually kind of is.
It's not as overpowered as you think it is, because like my ISIS 2 that I was explaining, if you can't hit with it, you can't use it. Like when I was explaining my 2 with ISIS.
As a Thanatos. The way you deal with that as a Thanatos, in my experience, is that when I'm going to go into a gank, like I'm going to get this Kali, I'm going to go over and gank Kali here. I would lead off with what I have right now, this glowing purple aura called Scent of Death.
Okay. Forward.
Lead off with a silence after that, and I would throw my scythe. And the scythe will usually deal about, will usually bring them down to about 20% of their HP if they're a squishy god. If they're a tank, it could bring them about to 60% of their max HP.
I'd say 50.
Depends. Everything depends. This entire game
You go
is
kill the
numbers.
fire giant on your own.
Yeah, let's show him that.
Oh, I told you to fight the fire giant.
Who else was I gonna kill, really? Also, Thanatos is one of the least mana-burning gods in the game, in my personal opinion. He burns about, with his Scent of Death, at max power, it only burns 40 mana. Some people, some gods can spend up
to.
like for example, I know that Freya will burn about 55 mana or 60 or so when level 1 of an ability. Realize this is the maximum ability, and they get more expensive as you go. So that gives you a I was totally gonna try to steal that.
Mine.
Like, and my Soul Reap. Oh, I forgot to mention that. Soul Reap is an AOE silence that.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you.
AOE stands for aerial effect.
That shoots in a cone fashion, and will silence them. Which
it is a really wide cone.
For about 1.5 seconds at maximum power. Well, and here's where Thanatos is actually like at its absolute strongest. Well, technically, early game is his most powerful moment because his 1 is just so devastatingly strong at that point. But his special strength lies in his ultimate, which is called.
Wait, I think I can explain this one. The ultimate downside of Thanatos.
Let me try to explain it.
I was gonna say the ultimate downside of Thanatos.
Oh well, it's his salvation and it's his bane.
Well, the ultimate downside of Thanatos is this early game, you gotta give him stuff. You gotta toss it over to him. Pretty much throw it into his mouth.
He can handle himself.
He can handle himself. But if he can't get killed...
His abilities drain his own health. If you
yeah,
don't land his
that's
one,
a big thing.
it's gonna end up making you lose health out of that.
Like,
that's a big thing.
When you're
you need
low,
to land
you
your
don't
abilities.
you don't want to use any abilities unless it's your 1, which, as I mentioned earlier, heals you for a percentage of your HP.
You were gonna steal that one too?
Not a percentage of your HP, percentage of the damage dealt. And like I said earlier, you also gain health from killing gods and minions.
Look, we got top layer. What's that?
Whatever, ZV, I still got infinitely more kills than
It
you.
just happened.
Anyway.
We're
it's
double
probably-
jungling.
As I've stated many times, I feel like the little brother of this team.
Yeah.
How many times have you stated that?
Damn it, you took it back.
Several hundred.
Yeah, now you
That
have to
guy
cover
like
about
wriggled
4.
under your feet,
Now you have
like
to-
he was gonna like.
Anyway, I'm going to explain Hovering Death now, which is Thanatos' ultimate. So Thanatos will flap his wings, and he ascends into the sky for about 5 seconds. And he's unable to be hit, except for a couple moves, which I find a little bit unfair. So it kind of promises you invincibility. New wall.
We should do God breakdowns more.
Well, that's what high
I
res
think
is
that this is
for.
very interesting.
I think that's kind of what high res is for, though.
They have
Yeah,
the
but-
god guys, like,
They don't really go too in depth with it.
but
though.
they don't talk about like jungling or anything. They just talk about plays.
They just talk about pretty much what they could do in very
Attack the Phoenix Kelt.
in incredibly specific
They do
situations.
actually talk about ability order, which is a very
Ability order is very important.
okay. Suiciding.
With Isis, your order would be 2, 1, 3, 4. You use your 2 to stun, 1 to do extra damage,
Yeah,
3
my
you
way
use
of-
as a silence, and 4 you drop on them to do extra damage and heal yourself. So order is a good
If I add
thing.
something about your 4,
Yes.
the 4 actually gets more powerful
As you
because
lay
it's
it
a small
down.
circle. As damage is dealt within that circle,
So
the
you should
circle
lay
becomes
the
more
4 down
powerful,
first. In my
doing up to
opinion.
double the amount of healing or damage that it would have
3.5,
done before.
not double 3.5.
Oh, really? 3.5? I thought it was double. I thought it was something a lot weaker. But
No,
personally,
I've done over like with my
Okay, well, anyway, I need to explain my hovering death. I
Go
never
for it.
explained it.
Ow.
Hovering death, you ascend into the skies. Oh my
Into the
god, you're so
shadows.
screwed.
I know, right?
And, you fly for about 5 seconds. And once your enemy reaches a certain
What's your enemy reason
powerful,
for?
you will,
get distracted
if you
so
land
easily.
on them with your ultimate, you will instantly kill them if they're in that threshold. Which can be really nice if you're fighting a tank or if an enemy. The downside
Shock,
of
look
it
at what
is
our
One
is doing.
moment.
Look at what
There's
our
one thing you forgot to explain.
I was going to explain.
No, the
Wait, it
fashion,
depends.
the fashion of manner in which you do this is called an execution. During the execution, it lowers all of his ability cooldowns by 5 seconds.
I believe so, yes.
Are you
I was
gonna fight all
actually get
5
to
of those
that. I was
guys?
going to get to that after I explain the downsides of the.
Go for it.
The downside of the ultimate is it's incredibly easily countered. If they have a quick move like a dash, or if they have. Okay, here's a good moment. Do you mind if I test it or show?
I'm listening.
So that Guan Yu is
triple kill.
okay. Anyway, what happened there was Guan Yu is below 40% of his maximum health, leaving him vulnerable to me to pop my ult. Now, if the Guan Yu had a brain, it would have used its what's it called? Conviction?
Yes,
I think
conviction.
so. Which will heal himself. Now, hovering death is easily countered with things like Aegis, a blink. Aegis, by the way, gives you immunity for a certain time. Actually, can we quit doing that for a minute? It gives you immunity for a certain amount of time, and blink is self-explanatory. Blinks, and other abilities that give you immunity and such can easily stop a Thanatos ult.
Alright.
It's basically depending on who you're fighting, and if they've selected items to counter you.
Alright. So now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take what Kelth has taught me, and I'm going to take it into the field. Let's try it out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I taught well. Hope I did. I'm gonna go solo lane.
I'm calling mid.
Adios. Peace, guys.